What's up, YouTube? It is your boy Tez, and you already know the count. We are back with another banger for the one time. What's good with y'all, yo? And yes, 2 videos in one day, back-to-back story times. Let's get it popping, man. Let's go ahead and hop right into it and just get straight to the story time. What happened? This is a story time, man, about the crazy girl from work. Yes. Just a side note, man. Workplace relationships can be different and just something to... It's a time, bro. It's like some people it's gonna work out really, really well and in their favor, and it can be a great thing. Other people, not so great. So I'm gonna tell y'all my story, and we'll just kind of go from there. Bro, so this kind of takes place toward the end of last year, toward the end of 2023. So I'm doing my thing, you know what I'm saying? I'm single and whatnot. I was talking to this girl who worked at a call center. Look, I don't want to give away too much information, right? So I worked at a couple of different call centers here in Charlotte. You know what I'm saying? Working with people, and in my role, I'm kind of like teaching people how to like do the job, how to take calls and what to do and things like that. So I'm not gonna say which call center I'm talking about, but yeah, toward the end of last year, man, y'all do with that information with y'all, man. I was talking to this girl, right? And kind of like with the different roles and things that I had, I kind of got like a team I work with. I'm not quite a supervisor, but I'm kind of something like a trainer, if you would, if that's like what you would want to call it, right? But I'm not nobody baller. I can't hire or fire nobody. I can't do none of that shit, right? So I was talking to this shorty. Me and her were on the same team. And this girl ended up going to work from home and everything like that. Me and her was kind of like, I guess you can call it dating and whatnot. One thing led to another, and shorties did like this little fake argument shit, and then me and her stopped talking out of nowhere, like right before Christmas time. So I was just like, damn, like, and I already knew like what it was type shit, you know what I mean? I know how it be, you know what I'm saying? You trying to cut somebody off, you just trying to figure out like a way how to do it. New nigga might be coming back to the picture, whatever it may be, right? You gotta find a way to kind of break that off with that said person. So boom, that happened. Me and shorty don't talk no more. Cool, right? That same week at the job, you know what I'm saying? I had just started my little role, doing my little training thing and whatnot. And one girl, like, it was one of like the new hires that said something to me. I'm walking through the road, make sure everybody good, woo woo. Shorty was just like, you just over here just lollygagging and shit. And I had never said that to this girl before. I had been peeped her and everything, but because I just had my little talking situation with the other shorty, and I'm sitting there on some just like, man, I'm about to just stop, you know what I mean, talking to people, especially in this building, you know what I mean, and just chill, do my job, and just stay out the way. Boom, the new shorty in this new class I'm working with now say something to me. She was like, you just over here just lollygagging, like, what are you even doing? Didn't make me stop, right? And then I'm just like, man, who the fuck she is, you know what I'm saying, thinking like, and I could tell she won't trying to be like rude, and then it was like, I took it as like some flirty, like type, playful type shit. So I'm just sitting there like, shorty, like, who is you? Like, is you cool? You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? But it was all love type shit, you know what I mean? We get to talking and everything like that. So we having a conversation, you know what I'm saying? I gotta like know everybody in my role and shit, you know what I'm saying? Just learn things about them, because I do have to help them do this job, and you want it to be a good and joyful, you know what I'm saying, environment that you're in and things like that, right? So, you know what I mean? We get to talking and everything like that. I'm learning a little bit about her, learning a little bit about me. And it came up, she from Virginia. So I'm like, oh shit, like where you from? And she was like, the best motherfucking part, the 757. I ain't gonna lie, that ratchet shit turned me on just a little bit. Just a little bit, gang. Just a little bit. The little ratchetness right there did turn me on just a little bit. I'm sitting there like, oh, word, like me too. Like, I'm from Norfolk. Shorty was from Hampton. So for those of y'all that don't like know Virginia, Norfolk and Hampton is like 20 minutes like away from each other. The 757 is like 7-8 cities. And in that 7-8 cities, you can get from one to the next and like legit 15-20 minutes between all of them for so it's all kind of like just one big area. What one would consider like a big metropolitan like city, that's what the 757 is. Like the size of like a New York, the 7-8 cities that we have combined would basically be that. So if a person said they from there, like you probably know the same people, shit like that, woo, whatever. And I'm just like, oh word, like that's what I told I'm from, you know what I'm saying, same area and shit. So then I asked like, well damn, what's your gram? We probably know some of the same people with you being from that area and shit. This is also my way of trying to get on and everything like that. So I get the gram, boom, we looking at each other gram in live time. And I'm like, oh yeah, I see you know this person. She like, oh how I know this person, you know what I'm saying? We had like 7-8 mutual followers and shit. So far so good. Everything like kind of on a little even little path, if that's what you want to call it. That same day, boom, I get the gram, follow, boom, shorty accept, follow me back, boom, we locked in, right? I slide in the DM, this after we get our work and shit. I'm like, hey, Stink, what's your number? Boom, she respond back, give me the number, boom, I already know I'm in there, right? So I end up calling her and shit. Well, I think we started off texting first, but I end up calling after that. We get on the phone and shit like that, and she was real cool. You know what I mean? Everything is starting off perfect. Like, just far as connecting, you know what I'm saying, having a conversation, everything on the phone. She was a real cool person and shit. So far, so good. Nothing is wrong with Shorty at this point in time. I'm getting right out of a little situation with somebody who had some shit going on to immediately fuck with a person who seemed like they got their shit together, right? From that moment, what happens next is we get on the phone, and the conversation is like real good and everything. I'm loving the energy, I'm loving the vibe, loving everything she about. I made a little joke, and I'm like, yeah, I'm about to pull up at your crib, where you stay at? And then she was like, oh, for real? You coming for real? I'm like, joking, thinking she about to tell me, like, hell nah, nigga, you ain't coming over here that soon, because, you know, I done had some, like, women try that shit. But then if they rocking with you a certain kind of way, nothing's ever too early, depending upon the situation. What I mean by that is, like, boom, if somebody rocking with you, bro, they will go to bat for you, and they be ready to do whatever. Nothing's ever too soon. I hear people be like, oh, this is too fat, this, and this. That just mean that person ain't fucking with you like that, and I've been there before. But Shorty was like, okay, cool. Like, you know what I mean? You come through. Boom. I'm already know she rock with me a little bit, right? Boom, get the Addy. I get her some food. I'm in traffic. I'm on the way. Get to the crib, and I pull up and anything like that. We in there talking for like a, you know what I'm saying, hour or two. Real good vibes. I'm loving everything about, you know what I'm saying, Shorty and everything like that. Some stuff begins to start popping off at this point on the first link, you know what I mean? But once again, if two people got a connection and it's on that type of time, like, I don't look at anything as necessarily too early, but yeah, like that pop off, woo, basically this is like, we kind of locked in at this point. So I ain't gonna say we hopped into the relationship like immediately, but this is kind of like the main person I'm like liking over like everybody else for real. So from this moment on, once I go over there, you know what I mean, I'm over her crib on a regular now. She stayed relatively close to the job and shit like that. Which even makes it crazy, what I'm gonna tell y'all later on in the story. But yeah, every single day we locked in, you know what I mean? We talking to the regular now, just my little shorty. A couple people know at the job, this my shorty, but I'm still keeping it low key, because with my role and shit like that, I ain't trying to just be, you know what I mean, just fucking on a bunch of like new hires and shit, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to keep it somewhat respectable. We're trying to advance and shit. I don't want necessarily a bunch of motherfuckers in my business and shit like that either. So I'm keeping it low key, keeping it professional, but you know what I'm saying, we both know what it is at the end of the day. So we progressing, and we probably talking like a good couple weeks and everything like that. And mind you, she had just moved down here. She from Virginia. She probably had just started this job. As I done told you, I'm working with new hires and shit. She had just started this job. She had been down here in a couple months. I went to her crib and everything. She had it put together real decent, you know what I mean? Like, it was valid how she had everything set up in there. But I noticed, you know what I mean, her TVs and everything had been mounted yet. You know what I'm saying? TV was on the floor, which ain't no thing. You first trying to get your crib set up, you know what I mean? It's a process. You don't do everything in one step. So I got a homeboy that mount TVs out here. Boom, call him. Paid to get her TV mounted for us, like a little, you know what I'm saying, shorty, I rock with you, I fuck with you. I want to do something to make your life a little bit easier. And I remember when I did that, she called me after bro had left and did everything for her. She called me. She was super, super appreciative, loved it and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just one of them type niggas, bro. I love doing shit for people that I fuck with. If I fuck with you, bro, there's nothing I really won't do for you or be willing to offer to make your life just a little bit easier. Far with everything, we really started off on a really good foot, right? And then leading up to that, I want to say we got maybe a little bit closer to Christmas time and everything, whatever. And she had asked me, you know what I mean, what did I want for Christmas? And I'm not like a super like, don't get me wrong, I love nice shit, love getting nice shit. Am I a little bit materialistic in ways? Yeah. But I don't necessarily need nobody to do nothing for me. I work really hard, and God has blessed me to be in a position where I'm able to do like a lot of things for myself, especially with just being locked in and focused and just, you know, being able to really just, you know, I don't know how I want to word this, but overall, I'm in a really good space at the moment. So I don't necessarily stress over too much when it comes to getting the things that I want. So when Shorty had asked me, like, what did I want for Christmas? I was like, nah, I mean, you don't got to get me nothing. Like, hey, just, you know what I'm saying, focus on yourself, get your crib right, whatever you want a person to do for you. I don't need anything. So she tried to snap on me a little bit and was like, what you think, I'm a broke bitch? And I ain't gonna lie, bro, I ain't never had nobody really be in my corner like that on some early shit, just wanting to do, like, you know what I'm saying, things for me and shit. You know what I mean? So it kind of took me for a loop. But, you know what I'm saying, I was really appreciative that she was willing to go out her way, you know what I mean, so soon, right? Been talking or whatever, right? So it was like maybe right around that time. I can't remember, it was like right before, I think it might have been right after Christmas or whatever. Because I think she was out of town or back home with the family and shit like that. She came back. She actually ended up getting me like my vinyl player that I have now over here that y'all seen in my crib tour. Which if you have not seen my crib tour, definitely go back and watch that, right? She ended up buying me the vinyl player and a couple of different like vinyls, which I was super, super appreciative of. Because I feel like that's one of like the dopest gifts that I've ever gotten. Because it's like, damn, shorty, I didn't even take you to do this. That was just something I was talking about saying I'm gonna get for a crib at some point. So you're paying attention to just really like locking into what I'm saying. And it was different, bro. Like I said, the vibe and everything that was starting off so early, I ain't ever been connected with a person so soon ever. Like, so I was in full salute, really just loving what was going on and everything like that. And for context, yeah, I got these 3 vinyls right here. So yeah, she got me the Trap Soul vinyl, got the Ari Lennox. I love Ari Lennox, so that was really dope. And I got the Born Center vinyl. So, you know what I mean? I was really, really thankful and appreciative for these. But early on, like I said, we are doing nice things for each other. I paid to get her TV's mounted. She got me a vinyl. You know what I'm saying? We're kind of equal at this point. But just day to day, we spend a lot of time with each other. We go out, get food, go to movies, kick it and everything. I'm just loving like how the relationship is starting off and everything. So we never officially are together, but it was kind of trending in that direction for a good little minute. I really, really enjoy what we have at this moment in time. Probably wondering, Tez, if everything was so good, what happened to the point where y'all still not together? And we're about to get into this part now. Everybody, and I feel like people generally speaking, everything starts off so well early on, but it's like at some point in time, you're going to be hit with some red flags in that situation that makes you view a person differently. And unfortunately, that came. After starting off so well and showing so much signs of promise, there was a couple moments and things where I'm just like, bro, I really kind of don't know, despite how much I'm loving what this is at the moment. As far as red flags, real pretty girl, nice body, everything like that. Love the personality. She was overall dope. The only red flag for me was me personally myself. I'm a nigga. I don't smoke. I don't smoke. I got homeboys, homegirls. I've talked to girls that smoke before. I'm not the biggest fan of it. So it's kind of just like, if I could, I prefer my girl not to, but it won't be the end of the world per se. Now, I'm not fucking with no bitch that smoke cigarettes. That shit dead. I'll tolerate weed. I could deal with a girl that smoke weed and everything, but I don't want to deal with no girl that smoke cigarettes. But she smoked weed, so I was kind of like, But I was dealing with it because I rocked with her, you know what I mean? She was cool, so I was like, I could deal with that. For now, at least. I can deal with it for now. And the major thing, bro, where like that caused all this shit to go left. Now, if y'all been following me, y'all know me personally. I was in a relationship for 2.5 years. My ex has a daughter. So when I got with my ex's daughter was one when I met her. So I basically was, you know what I'm saying, still kind of am to this day in ways. I've been playing that stepdad, main father figure since she was one of my daughters about to be 6 now. So even though me and my ex ain't together no more because I'm essentially all her daughter knows, I've been there since basically day one for real. Doing everything, playing a role, just day to day, whatever she need, I get it done. Because her real dad's a bum, but that's a whole nother situation we not even about to get into. I don't got time for that shit. But I just been in that role for a minute. So explaining that to somebody early on, like, hey, I don't have a kid of my own, but I do play the role, you know what I'm saying, of being a father to someone. A lot of people aren't necessarily, you know what I'm saying, receptive to that. And that was something that was just causing everything to just always be an issue, man. So my ex had her problems and shit going on, but because I care about my daughter so much, I would do stuff to make sure my ex was good, whether it be if she needed to go to the store for my daughter or just stuff she needed. I would do things to make her life easier. And every time I turned around, shorty girl kept accusing me of still wanting to fuck with my ex, and I'm just like, yo, you do all the stuff I'm like basically looking for. Like, if I wanted to be with my ex, I would go be with my ex. Why would I need you if that's what I wanted? I would just go get that. So for you to kind of consistently accuse me of wanting to fuck on my ex and be with her, it was like, bro, the math ain't really mathing, gang. And it's just like, let's be real. Every time you call me at night, my nigga, I answer the phone. There's never really a time when you call me and I can't answer, or you FaceTime me and I can't answer the phone. So it's like, they try to accuse me of still fucking on shorty all the time. Like, when do I really have the time to do it? I'm at work with you, you know my work schedule. When I'm off work, I'm probably talking to your motherfucking ass. So when do I really have time to really go do that? And if I want my daughter, I'm posting videos and shit of me being with her. So it's like, I don't have no time to really fuck with her mama. I don't want her mama. Like, if y'all seen the Storytime on my channel, Relationship from Hell, part 1 and 2, you will understand why I feel the way I do about the situation. That shit is dead. No, never again, right? Oh, we used to go back and forth over that shit so much, and I'm just like, gang, I don't know what your past traumas are, but you gotta stop putting that shit on me, gang, because you don't feel comfortable with what I do. Like, if you feel like this situation is too much for you to personally handle, then, gang, you don't gotta be here, gang. Like, I'll fuck with you. I love everything you do. I'm damn near in love at this point, because I know I fall in love. I fall in love in 37 seconds if I fuck with a shorty. You know what I mean? And really, like, I'm a lover boy at heart, you know what I mean? So I really felt the type way somebody would question my character and shit, and it's just like, after a while, when you keep doing that shit, it's like, I'm starting to look at you completely different on some shit. Like, bro, I don't even know if I really can, because it's like, if I ain't never did anything to betray your trust, why would you automatically assume I'm just an ain't shit ass nigga? I don't really fuck with that, especially when I know like what I'm willing to do for people and how much I show up for people. The fact that somebody would question me on that is just like, damn, gang, like, that's how you really feel? How good everything was day to day, that was something we would routinely be going back and forth about, and I was just like, man, it's another one. Started off great. I see potential, but one thing is gonna set this back to where I can't deal with it. So we're going through some situations at this point in time, man. And what ended up happening is one particular day, I went to her crib one day after work, and I was having a bad day. I'm not gonna hold you. And I was kind of like letting her know, hey, I won't having the best day, but I was like on my way to the crib. I'd be there in like 5 minutes. Mind, she stayed relatively close to the job. So I'm calling her when I'm outside, and she not answering the phone. So long story short, I might have been outside a couple minutes, but it was cold as shit. So I was kind of blown coming in her crib there. I'm like, bro, I just told you I was on my way. Like, doors should have already been, know what I mean? Like, if you know I'm coming and whatnot or whatever. So we got into a little dispute behind that and everything, and it was just like a bad night, bro. To where I felt like she just kept making smart comments toward me and shit, and I was just like really having like not the best time, and it was like she was doing stuff to slowly irritate me. So I was like, bro, you know what? Instead of me staying here in this environment where I'm gonna end up taking my frustration out on you, I'm just gonna leave because I don't like the comments you're making. She was saying shit like, oh, I don't want you to feel like I'm forcing you to be here. If you don't want to be, you can just go. Once you tell me that shit back, shorty, I'm not staying nowhere. I'm not wanted, gang. Like, if that's really how you feel, you don't want me present, or if you giving me vibes and you don't be present with, cool. Like, bro, we don't gotta talk. We don't gotta kick it. Nothing. I'm cool where I'm at, gang. So we was laying down in the bed at this point. I get up, I start getting dressed, and I'm leaving. And then she tried to like block me from leaving and shit. I'm like, shorty, like move. Like, we not about to do this. Like, move out my way. I'm back. Well, she like, no, cause where are you going? Why are you leaving? Where are you going? And I'm like, bro, I'm going to the crib because you're really pissing me off right now. So can you please just move in my way? I'm trying my best not to be confrontational at all. She just steady blocking the door, not wanting to let me go. And I'm dressed at this point, and I'm like, bro, please move out my way. Not moving, bro. Please move out my way. Not moving again. I'm like, yo, move out my way or else. Like, if I'm really starting to get pissed at this point, and she's just like, or else what, Martez? Or else what? Now I feel like you're really trying my gangster. And I'm going to be clear, y'all. Never in my life have I ever put hands on like no female. Like, I ain't ever put hands on no female, grabbed no female up. I ain't never did none of that reckless ass shit. But I'm just like, bro, don't try my gangster. Like, I feel like you're trying to bring this violent side out of me, and I'm not for it. And I'm like, bro, move out my way or else. She's like, or else what? So I looked at it and I'm like, all right, she really got me fucked up now. I'm like, either you're going to move out my way and you're going to let me leave, or I'm going to call the police on you and say you're not going to let me leave your house and I'm trying to leave. So at this point in time, the choice is yours, shorty, because it's like, I already know where this can go. If I put hands on you, I'm losing my job, I'm going to jail. Move out my way or you're going to be in jail. Choice is yours. Move. So she going back and forth trying to argue shit. I'm not arguing with you. I'm like, bro, I told you what it was. I'm moving my way. I'm gonna say this shit again one more time. So at this point, I'm texting my sisters, letting them know, you know what I'm saying, what's going on and everything like that. And I'm telling them like how this bitch is crazy. And I'm thinking she thinking I'm about to call the police when really I was just texting my sisters. And she was just like, fine, Martez, here, Martez. Fuck it, bro. Fuck you, bro. And I'm just like, you know what? I'll take that. You say what you got to say. Say how you feel about me. Cool. That's how you feel. I don't got to talk to you no more, gang. I'm just leaving. Boom, walking out the door, and I had just ordered some food, and I left my food in her kitchen and whatnot. I ain't even care. I'm walking out, I'm leaving, right? Grab my bag, grab my jacket, I'm walking out, heading to the car, right? Boom, I don't even care. I got tunnel vision, walking. Next thing you know, I hear footsteps coming behind me, like coming through the door, because I left the apartment and everything like that. I had some footsteps coming. Next thing I hear, and bitch, you forgot your pizza. First of all, hold on, wait a minute. I didn't know who she was talking to, because bitch ain't on my birth certificate. Last time I checked, my birth certificate says Martez Stephen Downer. So I was like, hold up. I had the doctors. I'm like, is that meant for me? Because it can't be for me. And then I'm like, you know what? It probably was. She's upset. I'm like, you know what? I ain't never hit nobody, but this might have been the closest I got to maybe considering it. And I'm like, brother, you know what? Let me just go ahead and leave. Because once you just disrespect me and call me my name, I know for a fact I never want to deal with you on them type terms again. Because it's like, if I've never taken it there with you, or, you know, despite everything that's going on at the moment, why do you feel like you could take it there with me? So I was just like, you know what, gang? It's cool. I'm just know for a fact I'm not going to speak to her no more. So boom, I'm gone, bro. Like, I get in the car, I leave, or whatever. She's trying to call me. I'm not answering. I'm in the car, I'm gone. I finally answered at some point in time after she done called me 10 times back to back. Asked me, why am I leaving? I'm tripping. And I'm like, bro, you call me a bitch. If I'm a bitch, there's nothing for us to talk about. I'm a bitch. Cool, you gotta stand on that, gang. Like, go play with somebody else. You're not gonna do it with me. Like, my mama didn't name me bitch. Like, so what make you think you can call me that? That shit dead. Like it just is what it is. I won't rocking with it at that point no more, gang. And it's just like, you couldn't just understand that I was having a bad day and couldn't just let me be. And instead of just taking it for what it was, you had to resort to calling me my name. I don't fuck with you no more. Simple as that. Now, mind you, bro, some people at the job kind of know, like, we talk at this point. So she's kind of telling her friends bits and pieces of, like, what's going on, how we don't talk no more and stuff like that. Because people was coming up to me, and this is another thing that's, like, can go wrong, obviously, with talking to people, like, you work with and everything. I got people coming up to ask me, you know what I'm saying, why she looks sad and why this and why that. And, you know what I'm saying, they notice I'm, like, not around, not in her face and shit. I'm just like, bro, I don't fuck with Shorty, like, no more, because she called me a bitch. And I'm telling her everything. And I'm like, she called me a bitch, and I'm like, I'm not going for none of that. So they was like, yeah, we heard what happened, and I told her, da-da-da-da. But I'm just like, listen, all that shit cool. It ain't, no beef. I don't even care. I just don't want to deal with her. Like, she can just go her way, I'm going to go mine. So from this moment on, I know I'm not fucking with her no more, but, you know what I'm saying, everything that didn't transpire, I just like, listen, I just want to come to work at this point, be professional. We ain't got to let nobody know this shit really popped off for real. Let's just keep it kind of cordial at this moment. Time had passed, we ended up getting back, like, cool, but I was like, despite how that interaction went, just because you couldn't have your way, I know for a fact I still didn't want to be with her. So what ended up happening is one particular day, she like went out of town one day and whatnot. This is during the period where we weren't exactly like talking and everything like that. She came back and was like, hey, I'm coming, back, landing back in Charlotte today. My flight won't land at this time. Would you be able to get me from the airport? Like, hey, you know what I'm saying, good morning, everything like that. I'm like, hey, I might be able to. I may be running errands around that time, so if I'm not doing it and I'm free, I got you. But if I'm still busy around that time, what I'll do is I'll get you an Uber, you know what I'm saying, just so you understand I gotta spend no bread on getting back home and stuff. I'll do something nice for you. Despite everything that happened, I'm still trying to do shit to try to be nice, you know what I mean? He says, okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? So everything is like, at this point, I'm thinking like we good, whatever. Around the time when she's about to land, she texted me maybe an hour before and was like, hey, I'm getting ready to land soon. Are you going to be able to do it? And I'm like, hey, I'm still running errands at this point. I don't know if I'm going to be done by that point in time. But like I said, I'll still get you the Uber and shit. Just let me know like around that time and I'll see where I'm at. She ends up landing an hour later and I was still busy. I'm on the opposite side of Charlotte. So I was nowhere near like the airport and I couldn't stop and drop what I was doing. You know what I'm saying? To go ahead and come to her. I forgot what I had going on that day, but I was like in a whole other city over doing some other shit. So she asked me once again, like, hey, was I gonna be there? And I'm like, no, but once again, I got you. Just like, let me know what you need me like to do, whatever. And she was just like, enjoy your life. And I'm like, so you're mad because I've been communicating with you throughout the course of the day that I have stuff going on, and you're mad I didn't stop and drop what I was doing to come pick you up. And I'm just like, okay, whatever. I'm not about to argue with you. All right, cool, whatever. And then she's just like, I just don't understand why you just can't move on for your baby mama. Bro, what? How are you getting that me running errands has to do something with her? If I was with my daughter and her, I would have just told you that. I'm like, you know what, Martez, don't argue with her. I'm just like, all right, whatever. I was like, bro, have a nice life. Delete my number, because I'm getting tired of arguing with you about the same things for no reason. When it's like you could just be an adult and have a conversation and just, you know what I'm saying, it is what it is or whatever. But then she's just like, tell your baby, like she was trying to crack jokes and shit or whatever, and was like, I'm just so mad I met you, I regret meeting you, whatever. I blocked her. I'm not arguing with your ass no more, gang. Blocked immediately. Stop texting me. Like, if you can't like be my peace and the facts that I need when I legit didn't do nothing, I'm just trying to be nice to you. Despite you calling me on my name and shit and doing all this crazy shit, I'm still trying to be cool with you. Like, the fact that she just like was on some other shit, I was like, bro, I know for a fact I'm done now. I don't want nothing to do with her no more. She's blocked, and I'm just focusing on just me at this point, right? But mind you, we still got to see each other at work and shit. Now, granted, I'm not necessarily like supervising her in like the new hire role, because she had been graduated, like the little training period and whatnot. So I'm working with like a new set of people and shit like that. And it was just like, and there's some other things too I didn't even like mention. I almost forgot this part. Like, it'd be like if I don't say hi or like have enough conversation with her and she sees me working with another female or just helping with other people, that was the issue. I got her making scenes and shit at work, and I'm just trying like hoping nobody hears it. Like, all of that shit was going on too, which was major red flags as well. But yeah, throughout everything, and she cut off this point. I still got to see it work. I'm just walking past, not saying nothing to her. Go straight to my desk, not looking that way. I don't even want to walk on the road she sit on, because it's like, I just don't got time, bro. I just want to do my job, go the fuck home, right? So what ended up happening was mine. She blocked on like iMessage. We ain't been texting because she's blocked. 2 days later, she sends me this TikTok of, you want to know how you know a nigga still fucking with his baby mama? And basically it was a shorty saying like, if the niggas say they always argue, they still fuck with each other, they still like each other, because me, I don't argue. And it was just like, I stopped watching this shit halfway through, because I'm just like, shorty, why do you want it to be that I don't fuck with you all over another woman, when the reality is you're just fucking crazy, and I don't want to deal with you because of that? Like, it was like she was trying to dodge all accountability for the shit that she did. Like, the shit she did ain't the shit she did. And it's just like, gang, like, you have problems, you need help. And it's like, I'm not wrong for wanting to step away from this situation. So she legit got blocked there. I think I had to block on Instagram, blocked her on TikTok, blocked on Facebook. Every possible thing I could think of to block somebody on, I made sure she was blocked at this point. And then from that moment on, I want to say maybe a couple like months later, she ended up, I don't know if she got fired or just quit or whatever happened. I just stopped seeing her at work, and that was the end of that. But yeah, man, that's the story time of the crazy bitch from work. But yeah, man, have y'all ever dealt with dating somebody crazy to y'all? Let me know. Let me know in the comments down below. I appreciate y'all for watching. If y'all stayed to the end, I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. Once again, all of my socials are below. I dropped another story time already. Y'all go ahead and tap in. Click that bell so you can stay up to date when I'm dropping new bangers, because the kid is always dropping new bangers. I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. And yeah, y'all tap in with me. Peace.
But you got it, my nigga, just hold on. You gotta hold tight and stand up the whole fight. But am I perfect? No, I've been messing up my whole life, but I'm still here. My mind in the right space. Ironic, the wrong moves put me in the right place. And when my life break, God glue it back together. I'm protected, cause them angels be shooting.